your mother comes home, if she wants to see something in her house that she works to pay for, that remote goes to her hand and she watches what she wants to watch. Ruling is in. Like a normal teenager, and here comes your father, and he drives up to you or comes sees you and says, I just want a paternity test?
Yes.
What did you think?
I was hurt. I was really hurt.
And they said that, Teresa, you had a miscarriage. I had conceded in September again because we slept together in September.
Whoa.
2 weeks after my birthday.
Oh,
That's when I conceded. He already knew this.
Judge Lake opens the case, addressing Ms. Others, who claims Mr. Bell is her father and is shocked by his recent denial of paternity. Ms. Others is visibly distressed and expresses that this denial has upended her life, underlining the emotional stakes of the paternity test they are awaiting. And you thought your family reunions were drama-filled.
You claim that Mr. Bell had never doubted he was father, and you were shocked when he recently began denying paternity. Now, you say your life has now been turned upside down, and you need the results of today's paternity test to prove your identity. So, Mr. Bell, you say you're sorry this hurts Ms. Others, but you may not be her father.
Here's where it gets juicy. Kevin, Mr. Bell, interjects as Ms. Others speaks, stating he has never denied her throughout her 18 years. The judge points out that despite his previous acceptance, he is denying her today due to past deceptions about paternity by Ms. Others' mother, revealing a complex history of mistrust and betrayal. Strap in, it's about to get bumpier.
Why do you believe your father is denying?
Your Honor, I really don't know why he's denying me now after 18 years, but it really truly hurts a lot because all I known him as my father growing up.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I gotta interject because not once in her 18 years have I ever denied her.
But you're denying her today. You're
I've
saying that
never
you may
denied her.
not her father.
That is correct. Because of being deceived by her mother. My daughter was about 2 years old. She and I became intimate again, and she wound up pregnant.
You're not going to believe this plot twist. Mr. Bell recounts a troubling past incident where Ms. Others' mother had another child, claimed he was the father, and later a paternity test proved he was not. This history is the basis for his doubt about Ms. Others being his daughter, highlighting the recurring theme of deception and its impact on familial relationships. And guess what? There's more popcorn-grabbing moments ahead.
Long story short, this other gentleman comes in saying that he was the father, and she's also telling me that I'm the father as well. So we did get a DNA test for that baby, and it turned out he was not.
That really is why doubting Tiana is your child.
Exactly, but Your Honor, there's been, years have gone by. Why didn't I do it sooner? The cost is too much. $300, $400, I couldn't afford that.
Talk about a fast food fiasco. A pivotal and emotional moment occurs when Ms. Others recalls how Mr. Bell approached her at McDonald's demanding a paternity test, which never materialized. This confrontation is a stark example of how the paternity question has intruded into everyday life, causing public and personal turmoil. You'll want to stick around for the next course.
That's when he said he wants a paternity test. And I agreed to it, but it never happened.
So wait, you were up at McDonald's when you just up there like a normal teenager, and here comes your father, and he drives up to you or comes sees you and says, I just want a paternity test?
Yes.
What did you think?
I was hurt. I was really hurt. But at the end of the day, still, he hasn't been there for me.
I've been there for her, and I don't know what she's talking about. I haven't been there for her.
No, you have not.
And the pot keeps stirring. The court hears from Ms. Others' mother and Mr. Bell's sister, each adding layers to the family's conflicted narrative. Accusations of lying and disrespect are exchanged, illustrating deep-seated grievances that extend beyond the immediate paternity issue. It's about to get even spicier, so don't touch that dial.
Were you intimate with anyone else during the time daughter was conceived?
No, Your Honor.
So you were only with Mr. Bell. Mr. Bell, were you present? Were you a part of the birth? Did you attend doctor's appointments? Tiana was born?
I was there when she was born. So
Did you sign the birth certificate? You have a witness as well. Please step up to the podium, ma'am.
All I know is I tried to bond with the baby, with the little boy. When I found out that he wasn't my grandson, I was very devastated. I was very devastated.
Grab your tissues or your popcorn, folks. Here comes the big reveal, the climactic moment of the episode where the DNA test results are read.
18-year-old Tiana. Mr. Bell, you are not.
I knew it!
Tiana's father.
Thank you!
I knew it!
I knew it! He's a liar, no good liar!
Who the
I
daddy
told
is?
you! I told you!
No.
Just when you thought daytime TV couldn't get any juicier, this scene rolls in. Miss Curtis confronts her mother, Miss Hall, about her father's true identity, which she claims was hidden from her for 14 years. She expresses her uncertainty and disappointment over not knowing the true identity of her biological father, highlighting her emotional struggle with the situation. Brace yourself, the revelations just keep coming.
Miss Curtis, you have brought your mother, Miss Hall, for today because you say she hid the identity of your father from you for 14 years. Now today, there's a man waiting outside of the courtroom that your mother believes could be your biological father, yet you still have no idea that's the truth.
Can you believe this? As the plot thickens, Miss Curtis reveals how her grandmother spilled the beans about her paternity. She describes feeling deceived by her mother and alienated from the man she thought was her father, illustrating the personal impact of the revelation. You won't believe what's up next. The story takes an even wilder turn.
My grandmother, she sat me down and she said that she wanted to tell me the truth about who my father really is to be, and that my mother has been lying to me the past years of my life, which time was 14 years old, and that the man at the time was not my father. She said to me, I want you to take it to your grave if your mother never owns up and tell you yourself. And I said, okay. And I felt that it was the truth because I always felt like I was adopted. My father, he really never really showed me the affection, the love at all.
Things are heating up. Miss Hall shares her reasons for not disclosing the identity of Miss Curtis's biological father, citing her young age and confusion at the time of pregnancy. She details her relationships with two men, Kirk and another unnamed man, and the uncertainty surrounding the paternity. Just when you think you've seen it all, there's more drama ahead.
A young age about who her father was. One, because I was a young girl. I was pregnant at the age of 15. I gave birth to her when I was 16 years old. When I was 15, Kirk lived pretty much like a fast lifestyle.
Okay.
And which attracted me to him. And being young, at the time when I got pregnant, I didn't even know that I was pregnant because I didn't know anything about the body.
You didn't know what it meant. You were just so young.
Yes.
As if it couldn't get any more intense, Miss Curtis tells her mother about the information her grandmother gave her, leading to her mother admitting the truth but initially providing another incorrect name. This highlights the ongoing deceit affecting their relationship. And guess what? It's about to get even more tangled.
She began to tell me her own version of the story about my alleged father at the time. She said, he's not really your dad, baby. And I said, okay, I already know that. She told me another name. She didn't tell me Kirk's name. She gave me another name. So I said, oh, I'm just so happy. I'm gonna call Nana and I'm gonna tell her that such and such is my dad. And then she goes, oh, no. I said, well, what is the truth? I thought you said such and such is my dad. She goes, no, really, your dad's name is Kurt. And I said, okay, I knew that too. I was just waiting for you to tell me the truth.
Tears and tension dominate this scene. Miss Curtis discusses the absence of a father figure in her life and how it has affected her emotionally and socially, stressing the importance of a father's role in a child's life. Just when you thought it couldn't get any more emotional, the next clip proves you wrong.
You raised me, but I didn't have a father.
It did not matter whether you had a father or not. Because I was the mother, I was the one that was supporting you, keeping a roof over your head, making sure that you went to school and you got the education that you needed.
I don't care what she's saying. I wanted a dad. I've always wanted a dad. You can be that mother. You can always be a mother. And so it's like, but I still need my own father, matter at all.
Now, here's a real kicker. Miss Curtis talks about her feelings of exclusion from events like the father-daughter dance, which she couldn't attend because she didn't have a father figure. This moment emphasizes the social consequences of her familial situation. But hold on, the emotional roller coaster isn't over yet.
You gotta listen to your daughter because telling you what she feels. This was an event that everybody I knew got to go to. It's called the father-daughter dance, and when I said it, my heart dropped to my feet because I've been to the father-daughter. I could only imagine everybody getting ready at school and chattering and talking about the father-daughter dance, and you saying to yourself, well, I guess that's somewhere I can't go.
As the layers peel back further, Miss Curtis discusses finding Mr. Whitaker and beginning to communicate with him through letters while he was in prison, reflecting her efforts to connect with a potential father figure. Fasten your seatbelts. The narrative is about to dive into deeper waters.
The same night that me and my Nana, we had the discussion and we found out where he was, then I started to write him letters and everything.
When all the rumors and everything was speculating through the family as far as like about who the baby daddy mama drama that was going on, I found through a cousin of mine where he was in prison. I wrote a letter to Kurt in the prison telling him things that was going on. So I took the letter and I hid at my mother's house.
Mr. Whitaker throws in a curveball, expressing doubt about being Miss Curtis's father, given the complex relationships and his previous lifestyle, which included multiple women claiming he fathered their children. This adds another layer of complexity and uncertainty to the paternity issue. Keep watching. The plot is about to thicken even more.
I'm actually somewhat doubtful. And having said that, it's because the way the situation went down. When Tamika initially told me, hey, I'm pregnant, you're the father. But as I remember, she was also in a relationship with someone else. That was actually convenient for me, being that I was with somebody. I'll take my part, hey.
So you're saying she told you she was pregnant, you thinking to yourself, easily be someone else, not me.
Of course.
Get ready for the big reveal. The DNA test results are revealed.
When it comes to 22-year-old Abrell Curtis, Mr. Whitaker, you are her father.
Miss Poyer explains to the court why she has brought her son to court today, demanding $5,000 for unpaid rent and utilities. She emphasizes the need for her son to start acting responsibly as he prepares for fatherhood, urging him to face his adult responsibilities. Brace yourselves. The courtroom is heating up.
You have brought your son to court today and you are suing him for $1,000 in unpaid rent and utility bills. You say in your statement that you feel it is time for him to start acting like a man before he becomes a father, to make him face his responsibility as an adult.
Mr. Poyer counters his mother's claims, stating that he has been mistreated and overburdened at home, which led him to move out. He acknowledges his readiness for fatherhood, but stresses the need to resolve ongoing conflicts with his mother to move forward in life. You'll want to stick around for what's coming up next.
You argue that your mother bullied you, treated you like a maid, down to you, and then finally fought back. You ended up having to move out of your family home. You say you are ready for fatherhood, feel you need to resolve the bad blood between the two of you before you can move on with your own life.
Miss Poyer accuses her son of being lazy and not contributing to household duties or expenses, which prompts a heated exchange. Mr. Poyer defends his actions by highlighting the unreasonable demands his mother places on him, including errands and chores that she could manage herself. The courtroom drama is just getting started, folks.
You cannot just want to lay around, not want to do anything, not want to help me take care of the household, or help me pay any bills. You cannot talk to me like I'm one of your friends in the street.
I hear what she's saying as far as it's not what you say, it's how you say it, but she's the total last person that should even be saying something like really contradicting to that statement. But you're the same person who'll get off the train on your way home and walk past 5 stores. You go to the store and buy me a soda and a bag of chips. Didn't you just walk past the store? I don't understand that.
Judge Lake makes a ruling regarding a household dispute about watching TV. She states that since Mr. Poyer spends the day at home while his mother works, he should accommodate her preference for TV programs in the evening, emphasizing respect and contribution to household harmony. Next up, watch how this unfolds into an even bigger spectacle.
Focus on what you want to watch on television.
Yeah, you do.
How is that fair?
Yeah, you do. When your mother works all day and you've been at home watching TV, when your mother comes home, if she wants to see something on in her house that she works to pay for, that remote goes to her hand and she watches what she wants to watch. Ruling is in.
Miss Poyer expresses her deep fears about her son repeating her mistakes, emphasizing the need for him to grow up and take responsibility. She reflects on her own past and urges her son to choose a better path for himself and his future family. This emotional roller coaster isn't over yet. See what happens next.
I got high, I ran the street, but there comes a point in your life when it's time to say enough.
What is he doing wrong?
I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I get up at 5 o'clock, be in the house at 10 o'clock. You want to come in here, ringing my doorbell 1 o'clock in the morning. That's disrespectful. I get, 2 hours sleep?
But that's
to go to try to provide for us to have somewhere to stay.
Miss Poyer details her financial claims against her son, providing a breakdown of the unpaid rent and utilities totaling over $8,000. She explains her calculations and the financial strain his non-payment has caused, highlighting the legal limits of her claim. Watch out, the response from Mr. Poyer might just throw you for a loop.
Okay, I'm suing him for $5,000 because that's all I can sue him for, but actually, Your Honor, it's like $8,357.28.
How did you get to this number?
$1,200 a month. The cable bill is like $159. So within a year, the rent is like $7,000 and some change, and the cable bill is $1,000.
A dispute over the agreed financial contributions arises. Miss Poyer insists that an agreement of $50 per week was in place, while Mr. Poyer argues it was only when he could afford it. This disagreement highlights the broader communication issues between them. Don't go anywhere. The sparks are about to fly even higher.
So forth and so forth, and I'm gonna give you so forth and so forth. I never did that with you.
When he was working this job, he was to give you $50 a week.
A week.
How long did he work this job?
2.5 weeks.
Did you just say 2.5 weeks?
You don't get a job for 2.5 weeks. When you work at a store for a season, that season is always 2 months and longer. I don't know where she got this week from. If you can find me a job that's gonna hire me in a store.
This job where you were supposed to pay her $50 a week.
for almost before the season ended.
Plot twist, the girlfriend's influence is under scrutiny now. The court discusses Mr. Poyer's girlfriend's influence on his behavior. His aunt criticizes his actions and lifestyle choices, associating them with his relationship, while the girlfriend defends their stable and responsible living situation. The climax of this argument is something you'll definitely want to catch.
Both feel that his current girlfriend, is a bad influence.
Ryan was never a bad kid. Ryan and Rosalind very close. His girlfriend's with him. Who is this?
Okay.
Where's she come from?
You felt that this bad behavior,
It started making sense. Yeah, she had black nail polish on, piercing.
And that black nail polish was sure enough make you act out.
That's not how you make.
May I hug him, please?
You absolutely can.
Do you remember?
Can you believe the drama kicking off here? Ms. Jefferson strides into court, ready to slam the gossip mill shut by proving her faithfulness and confirming the paternity of her 2-month-old Serjavian. She's not just fighting for peace of mind, but for the silence of the busybodies around her block. If you thought this was spicy, just wait until Mr. Singleton grabs the mic.
You say you're here today to end the neighborhood rumors and lies about your sexual history. You've asked the court for the result paternity test on Serjavian, your 2-month-old son, to help you prove faithful to the man you say is his father.
Here comes a curveball from Mr. Singleton. He's throwing shade like it's sunny, expressing doubts about Ms. Jefferson with accusations of past deceit and presenting so-called proof of other potential papas for little Serjavian. His skepticism is laying down a real soap opera vibe. Stick around because the tea is about to spill even more.
You argue that Ms. Jefferson is not to be trusted or believed, and you contend that not only did she once lie about being 7 months pregnant, but you claim you also have physical proof that 2 other men could have fathered her son.
Yes, Your Honor.
Buckle up for more roller coaster revelations. Ms. Jefferson alleges Mr. Singleton turned into a baby gear bandit, nicking $2,000 worth of infant essentials right before she gave birth. She paints a picture of emotional turmoil and logistical nightmares, making this more than just a paternity squabble. As she lays out her case, the courtroom tension thickens. Don't go anywhere.
You are suing the defendant for $1,000.
Yes,
you claim Mr. Singleton baby clothes and furniture from you without your knowledge or consent, just 3 weeks before you gave birth to your
Yes,
son.
Your Honor, that's correct.
The plot thickens as we dive deeper. Amidst a heated exchange about vanished baby items and trashed household items, Ms. Jefferson details the chaos she found upon returning home. It's a tale of woe and rugs amiss, escalating the stakes of their domestic drama. The evidence showdown is up next, and it's a doozy.
I said, okay, so I put my rug. No, excuse me, Your Honor.
You object.
When I pulled out when I looked at my rug, it was paint on my rug. As I pursued to go in the room and I opened my door, everything was on the floor. I looked in my closet, all the baby clothes was gone. I went in the other room, it was a box with 3 joint outfits in there. It was 6 to 9 months, and my baby was a newborn. How can my baby wear a 6 to 9 month joint outfit? And that was too big.
Just when you think it can't get any more tangled, as they sift through photos and receipts, Ms. Jefferson and Mr. Singleton squabble over who bought what and why. This evidentiary tango underscores deeper financial feuds and trust issues weaving through their relationship. And hold your applause. Mr. Singleton is about to drop a truth bomb.
Where the clothes was on.
Let me
got
see
the clothes.
that, Jerome.
And also I broke down what Mr. Singleton purchased and what I had purchased and receipts and stuff.
So yeah, Mr. Singleton, fill me in. You took the baby's clothes?
She put me out 3 weeks before the baby was due. And she went on Facebook, and I have over 1,000 friends on Facebook.
It's the reason why I went on Facebook.
Can I talk,
Your Honor?
please?
Next on the stand, a bombshell confession from Mr. Singleton. He admits to swiping the baby clothes in a fit of pique after being kicked to the curb, showcasing a twist of regret and responsibility in his tale. The saga's intensity is ratcheting up, and the courtroom's about to get even steamier.
Why you took
That's
the
less
baby's
than a
clothes?
baby's
But
clothes.
what I want to understand is take the baby's clothes.
Yes, I did.
Now that's the answer to the
I'm gonna be a
question.
man, and I did take the baby clothes because she told me to get all your belongings. So I took all my belongings.
So hold on. This evidence you presented,
Yes,
ma'am,
Your Honor.
these are the clothes that you had.
All them clothes I purchased and he purchased.
All these clothes I see here were clothes.
Gear up for more jaw-dropping moments. Ms. Jefferson elaborates on the baby wardrobe heist, detailing how the baby's essentials were pilfered, leaving her little one high and not so dry. The emotional and financial stakes are sky high, and with the DNA results on the horizon, the anticipation in the courtroom is palpable.
And your
your clothes.
Even the baby bag he took. He didn't take my clothes, he took the baby bag. He took the baby bag.
Baby bag.
Baby bag and the baby
So
clothes.
these receipts that you presented are for all the things you say he took?
Yes, Your Honor, that's
all
correct.
right.
Just because she went on my Facebook page, I was messaging my
That wasn't your friend. What friend
I wanted
you
to hook
said
up with my
called
friends
baby?
when I went to New Orleans.
The suspense is killer here. Mr. Singleton lays bare his paternity doubts, stirred by Ms. Jefferson's conflicting pregnancy tales. This confession peels back layers of mistrust that have marred their relationship, setting the stage for a verdict that could change everything. The DNA results are about to make their grand entrance, and you'll want front row seats.
Relocated to New Orleans, so I comes back to her city to support her. Come to find out, she's not even pregnant. She said a sonogram comes in the mail. Your Honor.
Your Honor, no,
Your
Honor, that is
sonograms do not in the mail.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Period.
Can I speak? Can I speak, Your Honor?
No, you can't speak.
That
it's
would
my
be
turn.
fact. Move on.
Right. So when I found that out, I'm like, okay, now we need to go to the doc and see what's going on.
Turning the courtroom drama up a notch, Ms. Jefferson tries to clear the air about her complicated pregnancy timeline, revealing a past miscarriage, followed by a swift reconception. It's a roller coaster of emotions and timelines that could baffle even the keenest soap opera fan. Fasten your seatbelts, because Mr. Williams is about to stir the pot even more.
This what happened, Your Honor, St. Vincent, and they said that Teresa, you had a miscarriage. I had conceded in September again because we slept together in September.
Whoa.
2 weeks after my birthday.
Oh,
So that's
Your
when
Honor, hold
I
up.
conceded. He already
Object.
knew this.
Please translate that.
Say you were pregnant.
Yes, Your Honor.
And
that's
then
correct.
you had a miscarriage.
Yes, and I did not know I had a miscarriage.
And then you conceived another child with him.
Yes, Your Honor, in September.
Prepare for a plot twist with a side of hot sauce. As Mr. Williams steps up, he hints at potential infidelity, throwing Ms. Jefferson's fidelity into question with tales of mysterious late-night visitors. This testimony adds a spicy layer to the already sizzling courtroom drama. And just when you think you've caught your breath, the DNA results are ready to drop.
Mr. Singleton,
Yes, Your Honor.
you are his father.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm thankful that these results squashed everyone's
Yes,
doubt.
ma'am. And I do want to apologize to Ms. Jefferson from taking the clothes for any doubt that I have, but I do want her to understand she the one put the doubt. But I'm glad we got the result, and now we can move on as parents.